New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light, equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro. Quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
Where can you find handmade pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, the finest Manitoba-sourced fried chicken, and so much more? Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave, official pharmacy of Crow, Manitoba.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knott Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services.
not?
Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
Crow, Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to a rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. You would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Assiniboine Community College, providing exceptional learning experiences for more than 60 years.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Well, welcome to the Carman Golf and Curling Club. This overhead shot of the outdoor of the curling club. Earlier in the day, in the daylight, was a drone shot across a pretty nice golf course. The Carman Golf Course is a beautiful little golf course in rural Manitoba and one you should try to play. But For this week, it is the home of the Manitoba Junior Curling Championship. And our feature game tonight is Zach Norris from Morris, who will be playing the Colton OLAFSON team from Portage la Prairie. Before the game gets underway, however, it is the awards presentation ceremony where the coaches, as selected by the other coaches, and the sportsmanship awards, the Susan Galbraith Awards, as selected by the curlers, are all presented. The coach award on the junior women's competition has been awarded to Deb Popovic, who is the coach of the Bethany Allen team, and the coach award in the junior men's competition has been awarded to Albert Bazinet, who is in fact coach of the Zach Norris team.
Hopefully that will work out.
Resby Coots here from the Carmen Golf and Curling Club, my partner tonight. Welcome back after a few games together in the Viterra Championship. Mike McEwen, the current Saskatchewan champion, a twice Manitoba Junior champion, a once Manitoba Mixed champion, a four-time Manitoba Men's champion. Have I got all this right so far, Mike?
Right so far.
And a several-time Brier competitor as a wild card competitor as well. Mike, thank you so much for coming back to join us and bring us your insights into this junior competition.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to, I've been obviously taking in a lot of the Scotties this week, and it's kind of nice to, just see the different styles of game, right from, the difference in the men's game to the women, and now getting to see the U21s and the juniors play, and it's it's going to be something that I'm kind of learning again to watch, which is a lot of fun. It's something obviously I treasure those years playing a lot of juniors, and I'm looking forward to having a great couple days with you, Resby.
The Susan Galbraith Awards, the sportsmanship awards for this competition were won by Maddie Hollins on the junior women's side. She plays on the Emily Cherwinski team. And on the men's side, Tanner Treichel, who plays for the Nash Sugden team. So congratulations to all of them and
Let's go.
For them and their accomplishments, particularly the coaches, Mike. When you you think back over all the years and all the coaches you've had and so on, you've commented about your current coach, Brent, and how you have new appreciation for how how coaches have to focus on the game, having done it from this perspective. But they make a wonderful contribution, and especially for these young folks.
Mm-hmm. It's like you said, it's a wonderful contribution. It does take quite a bit of time and effort, and just being able to pass that experience level as much as you can to the younger age group to hopefully fast track their development and maybe pass down that same appreciation, that same love for the sport that can honestly expand decade over decade, right?
So the first rock of the end is thrown by the Colton OLAFSON team, and Mike, you saw the broad of the button for hammer by the OLAFSON team. So you
16.
They did awfully well. So you have to know that the Norris team did even better.
Yeah, actually, we heard some comments that maybe less than an inch or so from the pin. So both teams very close in their draw for hammer.
Yeah, the OLAFSON team was within about 2 inches of the pin, and they knew coming off the ice that it wasn't good enough. It was measured, of course, but it wasn't quite good enough because they knew the Norris team had been within about an inch of the pinhole. And of course, both of them disappointed they didn't cover the pinhole because skips like you just think you can do that all the time.
Yeah, and as soon as you leave the other team a little bit of room to beat you, your mind goes to that instant. Well, they're going to pin it on us, right? So that's the instinct, right? You're just trying to make the shot as perfect as you can.
So one of the things I'm going to be asking you for, Mike, is sort of some opinions on. We watched the Viterra game and the McDonald Jacobs game, the Jacobs Calvert game and the willingness of those teams to really get pretty aggressive. And you'll see a difference here in the juniors. You would expect there to be a difference, wouldn't you? But I want you to kind of think about times throughout this game when these younger teams might take advantage of something that they don't appear to be doing, and not in a critical way, but in a teaching way, please.
Yeah, and then that's kind of what I look for, is the transition from defense to offense, trying to make that transition at the right time, and it's something that was pretty impressive seeing in the Viterra from Team McDonald. Just playing some of our best men's teams right to the wire, and it'll be interesting, like seeing those little transitions here with all the junior teams. Whether they nail them, or I think they go a shot too early or a shot too late. So we'll kind of try to look for those things.
Really good. Back 8. You got room.
We're gonna have a nice little first end shaping up Risby.
Never go.
Interestingly, a much more aggressive first end than any of the previous games that I've watched. They've all played wide open on the first end. So the mere presence of Mike McEwen in the broadcast booth, maybe they just decided they better put on a show for you.
Well, I think they've probably got a few games under their belt, and you know what, with the practice, honestly, sometimes once you're comfortable with the ice, it can be really good in the first couple ends. I think when that sort of awareness of what the ice is doing early on, as you get later in events, I think teams can take advantage of playing a full game with, not necessarily feeling like they need to run them up and down.
It's there already. It's frozen.
So with those two center guards, the OLAFSON team went around, slid deep into the back of the rings, and Norris is second. Blake Good also slid deep.
3-3-1.
Hunter Jeffries is the second for the OLAFSON team.
Low heavy. Back 8. Back 8. Tight. Cooper. Back 8. Whoa. Back 12. Back line. Gotta move, Tristan. Gotta move. Hard move. Gotta move. Gotta move. Two-9.
Might have stayed for shot, Resby.
I think just throw it to us. Let us.
But I think it's probably a rock you want to ignore. I like what Norris is thinking. This, having two center guards, kind of.
Nice 9 here.
Whether they're lined up or not, it's probably not in his best interest to leave those there. So I like this early move to kind of spread things out a little bit. Give them some more scoring room.
9. Whoa. Yep.
So it is Blake Good.
Yep.
Second for the Norris team.
Gotta go hard, right up. Hard, right up.
Get almost right to the nose.
Little bit unfortunate that he ended up staggering it. They are two red stones, but it is staggered. It's not something you can directly run back. Should Team OLAFSON be able to get right around these center guards, it would be something where it would be a little bit of a difficult run back.
With the stagger on those two rocks, in your mind, is there a preference whether you go around from one side or the other?
Sometimes that might be the case. I think right now it's probably go with what you know. As long as there's enough curl in the ice, I think that's you definitely want to pick what you're more familiar with at this point.
Curling a lot now.
And
Let it come down.
Do seem to be quite comfortable with the amount of curl there is on that out-turned side. Again, sliding deep into the back of the 8-foot.
Yeah, sliding deep, but like you said, they're getting lots of movement there.
3-1.
Have you noticed, Resby, in some of the games in previous? Was there a tendency on one side of the sheet versus the other?
I would have to say that on this sheet, the 3 games that I've now done, there has been a tendency to play this out turn going away much more than the in turn.
Close. Whoa.
Ethan Brandt is the
No. Leave it. No.
third for the Norris team. And Ethan
Hard on the
demanded
blue.
that I get into the broadcast tonight the fact that he
My
may
bad,
be
guys.
the youngest person that has beaten me in a two-person stick curling game. Ethan worked at the training center, the curling club in Morris through the summer.
Yeah.
And we actually had a summer league out there, and he was very gracious occasionally to sub in when a spare was needed. And he and his grandfather actually laid a whipping on Norm Magnuson and I. So, Ethan, when you come back to watch this later, you'll now know that I did meet your
Gotta
request.
go, lad. Needs to curl. Whoa, off it then. Punches raw. Needs to curl. Curl it, curl it.
This is really gliding the outturn track. It's
Good.
you know, from what I'm seeing is the tendency that every rock has been probably a couple feet heavier than the teams have wanted.
The pattern throughout the games we've watched has been an accumulation of a lot of rocks behind the tee line going away.
And as you know, especially early in games, as you throw down the same path multiple times, you will see that generally the speed pick up. You know, the first one might go this distance, the second one is 2 feet more, the next one after that is another 2 feet, and it's a challenge for the players to basically adapt to that changing distance.
Right up. Spill it,
Ethan Grant's final stone, and he does make contact, roll a little bit under the guards, now covering the pinhole. But that curl seems consistent enough that there'll be no problem getting to it.
14-7. Okay, you got it.
We just heard there from Team Olsen that's throwing that they're expecting 14-7, so it's getting pretty close to 15 seconds.
Just sit on top of it, like top 4.
Plenty fast. They're looking for a freeze. Don't have to move this to be shot. It would be nice if you could tap it a couple inches, but generally, you know, try to get this as square onto the red as you can. Freeze half to 2/3 would be a really good angle for Team Olsen.
Close. Line's close. Really close. Line's really good. Curl. Curl. Where's weight? Where's weight? Yeah, keep curling, keep curling, keep curling.
I think this is bouncing off.
Gotta get there. Hard.
I'm going to chip it a bit, roll.
Sorry.
Does leave red as shot stone fully buried now.
Yeah.
It looked like they actually had great line, and that was just a product of being probably about 4 feet heavy.
It's okay
But definitely had the right line.
He was out here. Where was I? Yeah, right there. Okay. 14-5, 15. You can miss high. 14-5, yeah. You got it.
I think when they say miss high in that miss high in the time, you'd be probably closer to 15 than you want to be to 14-5. I think we haven't seen one swept end to end, but judging by the shape of the stones, the curl coming in, I think they could drag one quite a distance if it was light.
Where? Whoa, then. No, never.
First of skip stones for Zach Norris throwing the red.
Little farther out, guys, but it's got right off. Right off. It's got to sit.
Not wanting to create a wall at the back of the button.
Never. Sit.
Which he kind of has done.
Yeah, I think there's just enough room to, you know, should you tap that maybe half an inch or an inch, blue would be shot and very difficult to remove.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to get right to the nose of that red stone, because if he doesn't, those two reds on that angle in front are going to go in on it.
Yeah, Colton just had the straw. We were just mentioning he had the perfect line, about 4 feet heavy, so if he makes a good adjustment, nothing else should have to change with the line, just an adjustment on the weight.
Colton Olafson.
Line's good.
Portage, his final stone of the end.
Looks really close.
Zach Norris throws red. He'll have the
Really
final
close.
rock.
Line's really close. Gotta move. Gotta curl. It has to curl. Hard curl. Hard, get it there. Hard, you gotta go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Right up, right up, right up.
Just that much heavy again. Probably back 4 to back 8 weight.
I like just control.
I think if we had
Yeah,
seen
I think with control,
just 2 to
this
3
fence
feet less,
here,
he would have
you just sit
been
right here, right
perfect,
here.
perfectly
Okay,
on the
just
top
throw
of the
it
puck.
good. Right on the nose. Do you want to play like less bump so we can control it, or? I like control. Okay, throw it good.
So I think with this shot, Resby, they would like to hit this low of nose. It should be there for 3. If he hits this a little bit square, he might actually, the 2 reds that are situated in the back might actually clunk each other and kick one out, and it would only be a score of 2.
Well, we'll see. It is the final stone of a very entertaining
Curl.
first end. Ethan Brandt says maybe a little bit wide. Got to curl it.
Hard! Hard right up!
He's going to
Hard!
get the outside of that blue stone.
My days.
And will give up a steal of 1. Maybe 2. They were kicked off real quick. We'll say it's 2. We'll let you know when we come back. Olafson over Norris with a steal.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
New at Asham, the Shore Glide Delivery Aid. Precision, stability, and style all in one. Available with or without Broom Caddy. With its durable design, it's built to last season after season. Check out our website at asham.com.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knott Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services.
not?
Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Move it over. Get on the line at least.
So,
Gotta be quick in the hack.
huge first end break for the Olafson team. Norris a little bit wide, maybe a little heavy on that last
14-5.
shot. Didn't curl up enough. Ended up
4-1.
bumping out his 2 red stones and left Colton Olafson and his team from Portage with a steal of 2. Rarely is the turning point of the game in the first end, Mike,
Stop
but
eight.
that one had a potential to be, as you pointed out, a 3 on the one side, turned into a 2 on the other, so it's a 5-point swing right off. So.
Yeah, a little unfortunate for Team Norris. I think had they actually been too tight and ticked the guard, they might have been actually lying shot, but before he threw. Versus being wide and hitting it high was just, unfortunately not the side of the shot that you wanted to be. I think it maybe just caught them off guard how straight that was running in that trap with a little extra weight.
And there was a case where third Ethan Brandt had said, do you want to try bumper weight that we might be able to control it better? And Zach was committed to the weight that he threw. And an interesting second end evolving right from the start. Center line guard touching the center line. The Norris team goes right around it. Olafson tries to follow, bumps and rolls a bit open.
Yeah, I think I think Team Norris could have elected to throw the corner guard, but maybe given the height of the center, they felt that
9.
when I'm looking at that, there might be a possibility where Team OLAFSON actually throws 2 centers because it is a higher center. So we'll actually do that sometimes when a center guard is thrown, and it's at a height where we think the other team actually might throw 2, thus making the game to the middle. We might debate on whether we actually throw the corner guard or not. So I'm not sure if all those thoughts went into why they went around the center versus throwing the corner, but that is something that we evaluate. Do we really want our opponent to think about throwing a second center guard on us or not?
Exactly.
And then we'll adapt our strategy from that. So sometimes guard heights can actually dictate how the end forms out in the first 2 or 3 seconds.
Whoa.
So they hit and roll out, and then the OLAFSON team comes around the other side.
Straight.
Get a little rub and roll to the center. One of the comments, one of the things you noted, Mike, a change from
Play bump.
not that many years ago when you were playing junior, although...
You're being nice.
Well, it is about 25 years, isn't it, Mike? So, but the whole the realm of coaching has changed. And
22.
23? 1998.
No, that wasn't the last one. 2001.
Okay, that was the first one.
It was a long time ago.
The coaches are now on the ice with the teams. The coaches are allowed what is called a 45-second interaction twice during the game. They're not really timed. They're part of the running time of the game. So they have to be careful how they use them, but they effectively are short, quick timeout. Consult.
And the coach will decide when he uses that.
Exactly.
Those 2 interactions.
Most often, occasionally the skip might simply say to the coach, give me a little help here. And between ends, they're also allowed just a brief chat as the coaches come to the other end, but they might chat with the skip on the way past or that sort of thing, and that's all part of the process, part of the learning and development process.
I think after I've been keenly watching the Scotties. Those would be the stones that we're using for the Briar, and I enjoy watching curling, but also there's some scouting and seeing they've reconditioned the rocks and things like that maybe might play out in our own championship. But what I've really noticed is the one timeout that we've actually reduced at the adult level, and that some of that is driven from the World Championships. Right. And I know there is a lot of feeling that, if this is done in the World Championship, this is now how we need to do it in Canada. And I think it's actually, it would be an interesting debate whether driving all your decisions because this is how they do it at Worlds is right for your level at home, whether it be a provincial, a junior, or a men's or ladies at Canadians. I'm still, I'm on the fence on whether we need to be the same as everywhere else. And I guess what I'm getting back to the Scotties is I actually enjoy the coach interactions, and only having one in an entire 10-end game, because they're longer games, we're 8 ends here.
This is a 10.
Oh, this is 10. Sorry. Take that back. But I enjoy that second coach interaction.
Well, it's going to become part of strategy too, isn't it? Do we use it now? It's the 7th end. Do we use it now? Or do we really need to use it in case we really need it in the 10th end?
I think from a spectator, somebody who loves watching curling, I love those interactions. So having it reduced to 1, it takes away from me. But, there's probably some thoughts on both sides.
Sure, of course. Pros and cons.
Just seeing the extra coaching interactions at this level is great to see.
Yep.
Third, Ethan Brandt.
Yes!
That high center guard has stayed the entire time, but no longer.
Just tight? Yeah.
Just asking from the skipper, just a little confirmation that he was a little bit tight on the throw.
Thought I threw that one fine. I like hair soft. Like a heavy hack or so.
So Colton calling to to make sure this is a tight guard, even tapping to bite. Just not wanting to, I guess, leave any chase. I'd like to maybe see it a couple, 2 to 3 feet out. I think would be a really, yeah, you know, that's a perfect logo placement. Just kind of the top of the logo. Hopefully get the line right, force the other team into maybe making a run back or trying to throw a hack weight lunging, right?
But he is going to leave it high. Lots of room past the same shot.
Could I get touch more
Should
than you
get
gave?
past.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
Last of the third stones for the second end. Lots of room past the guard. He will roll open.
Yeah, unfortunately gave his competitor the same shot twice, and he did not make a mistake on the second one. But Colton's got a little bit of a hit and roll here behind cover. Even if he was to overroll Resby and show a peek on the other side of the stone, just giving Zach a different shot than his third just played would be something that could come out as as getting a little bit of a mistake from your opposition, just making him throw a different shot.
Well, it is Colton Olafson's first shot here in the second end.
Whoa!
Stole a pair in the opening end.
Curl. Hard curl. Hard, all you got.
Yeah, that was up.
Rolls away another foot or so.
Okay, it's up to you. We've seen this turn. That's true. Like I threw this turn, he just threw this turn. I think we go with the control though. Okay, I think just touch more ice. It's okay. Nose is fine, but we want to roll, right? You want to roll center. Ideally roll center, right? Yeah. Okay, nice 10. Take your time.
Do you like what you hear from Ethan Brandt with those just sort of little advisories to the skip?
I'm quiet because I'm listening to it. It's interesting.
Take your time, those sorts of things.
Yeah, and just learning about how these teams interact, and Ethan seems, potentially like a very good sort of calming, structured influence on his skip.
Curl.
Zach Norris, first stone of the end.
Right up. Clean, just clean, it's nose.
Really nice weight control. Like that was the weight they were trying to nail.
Bumper control this time. Control. Okay.
It looks like there's been enough stones down this track that if they're going to change turns on this hit and roll attempt. But if they were to throw the out turn again, it seems like you're going to have to take aggressive ice to make that roll. But we're going to get a different look here with the in turn off the line.
All right, I'll throw a little more than that.
If we can get under, and even if he shows him a piece, Resby, on either side, it makes a blank attempt really uncomfortable. So trying to roll somewhere to the center line, give or take.
Yes, hard, gotta go, really hard.
He is going to cross the face, and he will roll out.
I think we'll just see a throw through.
Throw a nice control. Just focus on your fundamentals.
So another, and I actually like hearing that, Resby. We talked about the third talked about just focus on your fundamentals, like make this a good throw, get something from it, right?
Yeah, don't just throw it.
Don't just whip it and it's gone, and maybe read a spot in the ice, or if you're just trying to get comfortable with something going on your delivery, like really focus and nail those fundamentals. And so that's good advice. Always get something from a throw-through.
Clean.
And he does throw the same in turn that he saw Colton Olafson throw.
And they're just going to read this in turn off the line. Just have a look at the shape of that shot. They've seen enough out turns there.
So it does slide through, and it is blanked end. Olafson, Portage of Prairie, 2, Norris, Morris, no score. We'll be back with the third end in a moment.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave, official pharmacy of Curl, Manitoba.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Where can you find handmade pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, the finest Manitoba-sourced fried chicken, and so much more? Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Assiniboine Community College, providing exceptional learning experiences for more than 60 years.
After a blanked second end, Olafson hit and rolled out with his last rock, allowing Norris to throw his rock through. The
16-5.
draw out of the rings, maybe even a card call. I wasn't really paying that close attention as we came back from the break, but it slides through.
Actually, just heard one of the players mention something about it quicker going away. Is that pretty accurate, Risby?
Well, as I mentioned yesterday in the broadcast when I sat with Kyle McNair, I actually said to him 40 years ago when I played in this club and lost regularly to Bill North, it seemed to me that it was always downhill going away, uphill coming this way, which is, an extreme description, but it did seem like it slid a little more. And that, I think that's why, you tend to see more rocks behind the tee line at the way end. And as the game goes on, I think we'll see rocks gathering in front of the rings at the home end. Just not a huge difference. Just seems to glide a little bit more going away.
Top 8. You got room.
Could even be with the ceiling height, Resby. It's a little bit higher at the home end. You might actually have that warm air a little bit further away from the surface of the rink. And at the far end, the ceiling's actually lower the direction they're throwing right now.
Yep.
And potentially maybe some of that warmer air is closer to the ice, making it a little bit faster. Colder air usually means slower. So, but again, I'm not an expert with these things.
Not an aerodynamic expert, but it would be interesting to talk with the teams, after the event and simply say, what did you think? Did you think it was? And see how many teams thought that, or just felt like they couldn't hold it back quite enough going the other way and hadn't thought about it beyond that. We have this game we're watching is a C elimination game. The winner goes to the bottom side of the page playoff, where they'll play the winner over on sheet D, the game between Ryland Campbell and Colin Desaulniers. So those two winners will advance, and then the two women's games, Gina Giason from Killarney playing the Emily Cherwinski team from the Heather, and the Bethany Allen team playing the Riley Buckhalter team from the Heather. So the winners of those two are also the teams that qualify on the bottom side of the page playoff. On the men's, Jordan McDonald and Jace Freeman have qualified to the top side of the page playoff. On the women's, Shayla Hayward, the local team that won the U18 National Championship, and Zoe Tarek, the defending champion in this junior event, have qualified into the top of the page playoff.
So this is a pretty good pretty good setup for Team Norris. There's not a lot of trouble in the middle. He's got his two corner guards in place. So this is, if you're a team with a hammer, this is an ideal setup for not having to take a lot of risk, but still ample opportunity to score a multiple point end.
Line only. Girl.
Right, good. He's
Someone's under it.
going to get a little bit of roll under that guard.
Great toss.
Just pushes it out the back of the rings.
I love seeing that quiet weight, just where they, it's a full team shot when you're throwing that just hack weight. It's a line calling shot, it's a thrower shot, it's a sweeping shot.
Peel.
So I love the weight that they threw for that shot.
Peel. Whoa. Yeah, come. Whoa. Whoa.
We just had a pick, Resby.
Picked. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm prepared to speculate that missing the rock by 2 feet is slightly more than just threw it a bit inside.
Yeah. It's something large.
To wrap, but then they come here. I like coming here. You ever just split? Like hack? Like back 8? I like back line. Okay, it is pretty high.
The other option here is I wouldn't mind seeing, it's relatively early in the end. We could, we could look at splitting the house, going wide, getting your stones in the house as far apart as possible.
Line's tight, yep.
Versus potentially grouping them when you're trying to tap stones together.
Straight up.
So his call is this out turn or in turn tap. He's trying to slide by that guard, but has done exactly what you suggested. Set them up side by side on the top of the 12-foot.
I would, and that's what I was mentioning, Resby. I think if you could have drawn that height over somewhere on the wide wing, just get them spread out. They picked probably the harder shot of the two, right? Not that it was wrong. If it was made, it was great.
So here's the call, the situation where Coach Brett Moxham is visiting with his young skip.
Okay. Roll peel and hit the crotch. Okay. Peel.
I think the conversation was about which rock he wanted to hit first. The one on the center line is higher.
Other turns.
And if you do hit the center line one first, because of the height, your shooter will likely hit the second one and spin right out of the rings. So if he can just miss the center one first, the shooter will stay.
But he is going to overcurl to the first one, roll across the other, leave that red stone in the rings.
Yeah, hit it a little too thick, and because he hit the higher one first, you kind of saw his blue shooter gear out of the rings off the second red. So I think they're going to go after the split again.
So he's all in on the strategy.
So picking probably a little bit more difficult shot. The other option would be drawing the open side and just spreading these two reds as far apart as possible.
Line. Yep. Yes. Yep. Hard. Spill it in. Whoa.
Just rubs and is going to roll right out the back of the rings, leaving the red in the top 12-foot wide open.
Control.
It looks just about edge to edge.
Don't think there's any possibility of rolling any under.
And Colton would love if Tristan could just hit and roll this somewhere towards the center, 4 foot, just get it away, the game away from the
guards.
corners.
Hard!
Is he going to curl up and rub that same guard? Yes, he is. So Zach Norris, realizing they've been living on borrowed time for a while now, is now going to go wide and split the rings.
I think that's a good choice.
Yeah, I think 15. I'm going to throw it pretty quiet. It's running the lots right now.
So I think this spot, they've thrown quite a few stones right down this track. This should run very fast.
Line's good. Just tee, guys.
Counting on his sweepers to help him get there.
Easy. Top eight.
What they're paid for.
It's got to sit. 14-2. On its own. On its own. Hey.
It's a great shot, Resby. You know, I love seeing that. So, you know, you mentioned that's what the sweepers are paid for. Sometimes they're paid not to sweep.
Exactly. Know when to, know when not to.
Yeah. Sometimes the best sweep is not touching it at all. You know, just making a great judgment. And honestly, that's a great position for them.
So Olafsson looks at out-turn hit. He's going to try to hit and roll way across back behind those cluster of rocks on the right-hand side.
Control, roll under those guards. Playing it wide here, so just be ready on it.
Oh, yep. Yes, hard.
Out-turn hit.
Hard.
He's going to definitely going to roll. Is he going to roll enough? Not enough?
Big roll. Hard roll.
Just about enough.
Really good attempt. That was a long roll.
It was a very long roll.
Off the center. You can always catch on the 5 or 3. Yeah.
But because of that roll, now what he's created is regardless of where Team Norris rolls this hit, he likely should have a double that, if he chooses to take on, would be there. So making that roll, just changing the height of the rocks, might give himself a shot to get out of this.
How's the weight?
Zach Norris in-turn hit with his first stone here in the third.
Yep. Yes.
He's going to get awfully close to the nose. Going to get a bit of roll, but not very much.
That's really good. Really good.
I agree with Ethan.
You still want to come into it?
That's, you know, the more you rolled that,
Yeah, a little more.
the more natural the double would be. And now the double is extremely thin and maybe something that you might not actually want to take on.
So if he had rolled even to the edge of the forefoot rather than the top of the button there, the angle is a much better angle on the 2.
Now it becomes kind of a third or a thin half, something that's more comfortable to hit versus looking at the double on our screen would be a thin quarter, where you get into that uncomfortable zone where you kind of got to throw it off the rock and that danger of, you know, going through the hole.
So this is Colton Olafsson throwing the out-turn hit, hoping to hit and roll under again.
Whoa! Curl! Hard curl!
He is going to make contact. He's not going to hang around, though. He's going to allow Zach Norris the opportunity to draw for
15, it's really
a second
quick here.
point.
Take your time. Good too.
I think that, you know, that's good advice. Take your time, even on these open draws to the house. You know, it's a throw that you could rush.
They're points when not scored that often come back to haunt you.
Just paint, guys.
Zach Norris,
Easy,
final
easy.
stone of the third end, needs to
Running.
As you heard Nathan say,
Running, right off.
say, touch paint.
No, just clean. It's gotta sit. No.
It
no,
is
right
coming down, Resby.
Really good. 2.
Just back of the button for a deuce. 2-2, Norris and Olafson after 3. We'll be back in Carmen after this break.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
Curl Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Back in Carmen, Resby Coots with Mike McEwen. Mike, I'm going to ask you this after 3 ends of watching, I'm guessing, your first Manitoba Junior Men's Championship curling in a few years' time. What's your impression of Manitoba Junior Men's curling based on what you've seen so far?
Got to be there.
Yeah,
Top 8.
You know, just watching the interactions with the teams, the management of the stones, and even the interactions with the coaches is kind of, you know, it's got its own uniqueness. And actually, there's been, you know, quite a few shots made in these first 3 ends, Resby.
A couple misses, but some very good shots as well. Yeah. So.
Team Norris in particular bouncing back from, you know, an opportunity they would have had in the first end and being patient, getting the blank in the second, and then pouncing on a good opportunity and converting that 2 points in the third end to tie this game.
It's not bad.
So the Norris team put the high center guard and then bumped it off that center line.
They can do that, though. Yeah. Because it's their guard.
I'm pretty sure they didn't want to do that.
A little unintentional bump.
They were playing the paired center line guards that we talked about.
Hunter.
Top 8.
Hard, Hunter. Gotta go line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line.
Well, I don't know the hitting tendencies of these teams, but I can see Zach Norris looking to see if there's a hole, and there is a hole.
There sure is.
Easy, buddy. I'm on the mic.
And the intern draw that was just attempted, I think that's one of the first draws on that side of the sheet coming home. And you saw that come up light. That might be a product of just that area of the ice has been sitting for 3 ends. So maybe just not getting the right anticipation on the weight in that track. Here we go, through the hole.
Blake, good. Out-turn hit.
Whoa, whoa. Curl. Yes, straight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Right through the port.
Nice
Nose
one.
and a little roll.
Weight was good.
Quite a bit under cover still, though. Peeked out a little bit, but I think it's over half buried, Resby.
I'll hate it. Can't we run them
I like
straight back
this.
into the...
Probably a little bit more clutter in the middle than Colton would like, and I agree with him.
Deal.
I would like to move some of the some of these stones around, even if you don't get all of them, but even shifting things away from center. Just give yourself a little bit more scoring room.
Heel. Curl.
Don't jump it.
Hard roll, hard roll.
That'll do. Not how they drew it up, Resby, but
not the plan.
A good result nonetheless.
My guess, he had a little
it came out.
pitter-patter of fear that he was going to slide right through that hole.
What do you like? Yeah, top 12.
He got removed one center guard, shifted the other for a corner guard. Pretty good result, all things considered.
But left all reds.
Yeah. I'm thinking about
A guard's a
14.
guard, is that what you're saying?
We're way out.
No, well, not always. Sometimes they're nice if they're your own to send back versus the opponents.
Weight's okay. Touch firm.
So we did see this track come down.
Weight's good.
So I would expect that they're going to have to sweep this.
Top 12. Guard. Call guard. Hey, whoa. Can't overcurl. We can grab it. Why did we keep going? Because it overcurled.
That's going to slide into the top of the 12-foot.
It's a really good shot. When I'm looking at this situation, the most dangerous rock in this situation for Team Olsen is actually the shot that they just put in the top 12. That is the most troublesome rock.
Little left.
Because at some point in the end, Team Norris might get an opportunity to go around that top 12 rock to the button.
Peels off that center line guard.
Opened up that out-turn draw, a little bit more space for themselves to get to the button if they have to later in the end.
And they know the path because that is the draw that they chose to throw when they threw their draw to the button at the start of the game.
Yeah, but yours took off.
If Team Norris keeps throwing this guard and converting it, a single peel
more ice or the
for
other
Colton
turn.
Olsen isn't going to be enough to really change the look of this end. He'll have to decide if he's going to run something
16
in,
should be close.
or at some point might transition to an offensive coming around the redstone in the top 12, trying to beat the other team into the 4-foot.
Felt firm out of hand. No room.
But it's getting late in the end for just single peels. He might have to decide if he's going to run this back if this guard's
don't
made.
Curl, wait only.
So this is Ethan Brandt's first stone here in the 4th.
Curl, hard curl, hard curl, hard. 17-1. Zach, just too much ice or? Yeah, that one.
He got the little break that he needed. He's got
Play it here.
about
If you're tight,
edge to edge
pick it out.
on the rocks. He's got full view of the top 12 stone. So good opportunity to double these out.
And does he double it across the face of the red and roll across, be buried behind the other guards? Or
Might lose his shooter by playing it that way.
Whoa.
Well, we're going to find out.
Did it stay? Great shot. That was difficult to save your shooter.
Now, he did leave a red biter in the top
We ever
corner.
hit?
The blue is shot over that biter.
It is.
It'll be interesting to see if Team Norris ignores it.
That's tough. They're
I
edge
think
on edge.
given the score, he probably should
I think 9.
make a play at the blue in the rings.
You could.
You could even throw this pretty hard at the middle of the two blue stones and still get a reasonable result.
Yep.
Well, we're going to find out.
Whoa. Yep. Yes. Yep. Hard.
Just past that red guard. He's, in fact, going to get a little too much roll inside. I think that probably surprised him, the amount of roll he got.
I think even we're surprised how much he rolled.
He really did. That didn't look like there was room to get
Like that,
across
control.
the face of that blue that much to get the roll.
Yeah.
So red lies 2, one biting the 4-foot, one biting the outside edge of the 12-foot.
Colton's going to call a little hit and roll, try to get under the double corner guard.
Yes. Whoa. Hunter. Yeah, Hunter.
Tristan
yes.
White, his final
whoa.
stone here in the 4th.
Whoa, Carl. Last second. Hard, Coop. Roll.
Here. Control. Moves pretty good. Control? Yeah.
I think for Zach, rolling anywhere to the middle is a good result. You're trying to get a force in this situation. Try to get the play away from that corner. That's really the only opportunity that Colton would have. Good opportunity to convert a 2-point end. So trying to roll this towards the center area. Get that play away from the corner.
Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Didn't
Hard
turn
to
hit. He's
stick.
going to
Hard.
get very close to the nose. In fact, going to roll under.
That's good.
Is he going to stay? Yes, he is.
Let's come in, Ryan. What's the line?
Unfortunately, rolling wasn't their intention to roll towards the outside of the rings.
Yeah, I think that's
it
good.
does give Colton an opportunity now to draw. There's the red stones are so far separated that there's no real reason to hit them. You wouldn't be able to convert a blank. But a really good opportunity for Colton to make a good draw here. And
should be fast down the middle.
maybe have a reasonable opportunity to score 2.
Just keep an eye on that curl once it breaks.
Makes a good draw. Zach he'll have a tough shot to outcount Colton's draw here if he can put it in a good position. Probably ideal, just nibbling the top of the 8 would be a really good height.
So that there's some angle back onto that red one as well.
Line's good.
Oh, we'll see. It is a in-turn draw.
Line's really nice. Straight.
Center line.
No, line's good. Line's
out
good.
to behind the corners.
Really close. Needs to curl though. Whoa.
Line looks really good.
Curl. Curl it. Hard curl. Hard curl.
Probably 7/8 buried.
Do you want to talk?
If there's a quarter showing, it's a small quarter, Resby. 2 shots you could look at, just throwing just through the rings, sort of chase type shot. Zach could just freeze the stone as well.
Like, my control moved pretty good. I think if we take this with hack. The only problem is you can never rack, or else you're giving up 2. Even if you put one right here.
I think this is a situation where it's a skip pick 'em. There's 2 shots. They're both correct if you make them, right? The freeze definitely limits the end to a 1-point score.
I think you're throwing hack at it. It's gonna move.
The other option is a hack or just through the rings chase where you chip this blue out.
Okay, throw it good.
Either one made is a good result.
I wouldn't even mind giving more and letting them try and move it.
I personally love throwing these shots, Resby, with back line. And the reason for that is it gives your sweepers the opportunity to add weight for you. They can easily add 3, 4, 5 feet of weight with sweep. So I try to throw these with back line versus actually hack because they can turn back line into hack.
Yep.
It just gives me a little bit more wiggle room to make the shot.
Well, we'll see. It is the in-turn top.
Hard! Hard!
Good and Malmquist working hard on it.
Hard!
They do not get by. Will roll through the back of the rings and will leave.
Yeah, he had great weight.
Colton Olafson the opportunity to draw for 2.
Yeah, Zach didn't underthrow that, didn't overthrow it. Looked like his weight was spot on.
Threw it good, just slid inside.
Just a product of, maybe not having quite enough ice or just being a little tight.
Well, we heard Ethan say he just slid inside a little bit.
Okay. That's easier when we don't have to guess. Just listen to the third.
Okay.
Final stone here in the 4th end. Colton Olafson. A draw.
Line's good.
Needs to be
Heavy.
just no more than fully in the 12-foot circle to be a second point.
We got hands up in the air. We've got a heavy stone, I think.
Oh, no.
Coming down now. Is it going to stop?
I got a 13.7, 13.8, but this is stopping.
It is going to stop almost right on the button, just on the back of the button for 2 blue. Olafson 4, Norris 2 after 4. We'll be back in Carman, Manitoba Junior Championship after this break. Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throwin' Stones line exclusively by Asham. Curling is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle. Check out our website at asham.com.
Well, the sweepers indicated a little concern as that rock came down the ice, but Colton Olafson's draw stopped pretty much on the back of the button. Put 2 on the board. It is Olafson of Portage 4, and Norris, the team from Morris, 2. Looking across the other games and the other junior men's game, Ryland Campbell, Colin Desogniers tied 1-1.
It's over.
After 3, the 4th is a blank. In the women's event, the Giason team from Killarney and Emily Cherwinski, 2-2 after 3. Just kicked off the 4th. I'm not sure who scored. And in the other game, the Buckhalter team leading Bethany Allen 2-1. No, they just marked up a 3-1. It's 3-1 for Buckhalter over Allen after 4 in that.
All right, it's good.
Maybe go bet.
Go then.
3. Hard to get there then.
Once again, we see the blue stone, the Olafson stone, slid deep behind the tee line on the first shot. Corner guard by the Norris team. This guard attempt a better one.
All right.
4 feet from the rings on the center line.
I like behind. Here.
Yep, good recovery from the lead to place that center guard at a really good usable height.
15 running on this path.
Useful as a guard, but also close enough to be run through.
That's right. The higher they get, the harder it is to send that straight back.
Yep, for line.
You have to be much closer to the perfect contact angle. So the Norris team does go around that center.
Good.
To the button. Just back of the tee line.
Yeah, the speed looked really nice on the intern draw that they just threw.
We don't have that
I
much.
haven't played that intern very much.
No, but it definitely looks like it's traveling well. Both turns going away. This out turn should
Close.
be equally as fast.
Out. No, a little up. Back 12.
Let it catch.
Back 12.
You're way out.
Needs to catch.
No.
Dying. Still back though.
It's one of those that I would say in the house looks heavy for line.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense to say that, but that's what I yell at my team. Me basically saying it must be heavy because it's not curling yet.
Well, that one does go back into the 8-foot circle.
But you know how we love when skips try to call weight. I'm sure my team loves it.
14-5, it's sliding.
I'd rather I left it up to them.
They're ignoring you, trust me.
Line only.
Blake Good.
On it early. Line's close.
Interestingly, they've gone to the intern again.
Yep. Gotta go wait. Yep, you got it. Hard.
You're gonna have to really go to carry this Resby. I think they're getting it by. It's actually going a lot further than I thought it would. That is really a nice track. Team Norris is
just knows.
Putting a bit of heat.
Playing,
putting a bit of heat on OLAFSON.
Yeah.
Basically knows.
Well, now you're glad the blue guard isn't so high.
Exactly, because now you are definitely running it through.
Yeah, to be honest, in losing some of that backing, the two blues in the back of the 8 would be a good thing for Team OLAFSON. They're not helping him right now.
Whoa.
This is Hunter Jeffries, second for the OLAFSON team.
It's a really good result, Resby. Not only did he run it, he got one of the Reds out, but exposed the situation. So really good result, not leaving his running rock, his shooter in the same exact position.
Yeah.
He's moved it over, and that will
Then he
help
just keeps hitting,
them get
though.
out of this little situation that they're in.
But then it jams. I don't hate talk. You could talk. Yeah. I don't
Just
mind
talking
just
through
using
there,
the
they
talk.
do have 2 of these
We got one
45-second
cue,
interactions, and both teams had used one already. So, but they're in the first half of the game. Then they get 2 more in the second half of the game. So this is the 5th end. You might as well use it.
This is great, yeah.
Okay.
Just talking through, you know.
Dead frozen. Top four buried's good too. 14 should be close here. You got this. I got quiet out of hand. Line's good.
It is the out turn
Gotta
draw.
go, yep.
He wants to get to the
Okay,
center
right here.
line,
We're
even
there.
across the center
Need-
line a little bit.
Need a little tick. Touch quiet.
What's the rule,
Right
Resby,
here.
for how many
Curl,
tuckers you need
curl,
on a
curl.
Manitoba team? Is it minimum 1 per team?
There should be.
Good.
Well,
Okay.
I think that, you know, officially they
Try to
don't
pick
really
it
like to
wide.
see more than 1 per game. So
Okay. I just want to kill
teams
this.
have to get together and decide
Like
who's
normal?
going to have one.
Yeah.
So that rock did almost bury behind. The positive is there's no way both Reds are leaving on this shot.
No, actually really good position by Team Norris coming in there. Blue backing is still protecting.
Whoa.
This is Tristan Blake.
Curl. Curl.
I think the same thing applies to left-handers as tuckers. What's the
1 per team?
One per game.
Come on, get a piece.
Just a little tick removes one of the blues.
Really unfortunate that he only ticked that slightly to just shift the red over and
Raise one
actually
under.
didn't push it far enough. A little unfortunate.
Top 12. Top 8. Like that, and they just wrap. What do you guys like here?
It's an interesting situation now.
Are
If
we
you play a
1-2?
guard there, that blue can
Yeah,
be
we're
run.
1 and 2. Do you ever just
Don't
freeze
you
another
tuck
one?
it under the blue, you
What's
can
that?
draw to the button.
I think the fear is, though, if you're Team Norris with hammer and
ever just
let's say you
freeze
protect a
another?
situation with a guard,
What?
does Colton Olson decide to draw?
Like, you ever just
And if
freeze
they
another
put one on the
draw?
button,
Like
it's not
here?
going anywhere.
Yeah, like
So
here.
I think that's
Even
the
you can-
fear
even
of
just
throwing a guard or some sort of protection rock. Is if Team Olson,
14-5. Or we
Olson
just put one
does
right here.
draw and make it,
'Cause he's
you're,
probably trying
you're
to
in
get. He's probably trying
a
to
really
freeze here to
difficult
take it away.
moment to not give a steal one.
Okay, can do that. If,
Just
if
because
you
of
come
the
up short,
angles.
that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. The miss.
I always cringe whenever I have hammer and I'm throwing a guard. It's not
Four
a shot
biting
that
button.
you usually want to have to play. So I do like their thought process here.
Pardon me. Like just bite button where you are. Try and curl it a bit under that first one.
I think if they threw a guard, Colton might
go around.
I think he would.
If we're a guard if we're to full 8, that's okay. Like right now, he's playing the freeze on ours to take the end. 15.
They are going to set up a little bit of an angle, Resby. It'll force Colton to probably get his third man, Tristan, to throw a double. But he won't be able to stay if they keep some angle.
Well, this is Ethan
he's
Brad's
line's
first
close.
stone.
Carter, your rock. Leave it. It's got to sit.
It's got to sit. It's got to curl.
Oh no.
Whoa, stay close.
Close for a little wider path. Leave it.
It's that fast track, Resby, that we've seen almost everybody be heavy.
Leave
Curl,
it.
curl, curl.
No, no, no.
It's a little bit deeper than they would have liked.
Although if he
Control.
moved over 6 inches, he'd be delighted. He'd be just almost frozen on that back red one. This is definitely left him the hit opportunity. Tristan Blight.
Yeah, come. Hard, Cooper. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, they got to woe this, Resby.
Roll. Get it. Ah.
Great throw, and probably ran a little straighter at the end than they thought. It did look like it had to go early in the shot.
Like back 12.
'Cause it was very close to being made, that little flip
Yeah.
underneath.
I like about the same weight almost. Okay, so like 2 feet more.
So just trying to move the blue stone to the back of the rings till I3.
Just slides it back
Yep.
into the 8-foot circle. and
Yep,
sits
line.
there as
Back
backing.
line. Firm. Whoa. Firm. Curl.
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 Hard curl.
Hard.
Push it onto his own red stone. Is he going to roll it out? Yes, he is. Red eyes 1 and 2 at this moment.
No, or do you think you can just get to the
He's got
4
a
and then?
fairly makeable double off the
Yeah.
one. Almost, there doesn't appear to be a hole, Resby. Looks like you could throw
I assist you leave them.
a good amount of weight.
Yeah, we can try it.
There is
Like
a
I'm
blue
just saying, just
rock
like, just
off
barely get to
center
the edge
out
and
in
then.
front
it'll
of
go.
the high red rock,
We have
but
breadth
the red
too.
stone is
Yeah.
peeking out by a third of the rock.
I'd love to see them hit the lower red
think the double-
first.
The double
Try to hit about
It's
a
thin.
third
Just
of a
barely
rock.
get to the 4 and-
Allow your shooter to stay right there. Versus if you were to hit the higher
Yeah, the
one,
4 might go back
in
and
all
forth
likelihood,
and get-
in order to stay right there, you'd have to hit that remarkably thin.
Okay.
So what would happen is the shooter would
We just have to
would
play
end up
so
getting too
close.
much horizontal movement and kind of spin to the left towards the far side of the screen.
Okay.
Another coach interaction.
Yeah.
But I think the double is the right shot. It's just
how do you go
how are you going to manage making it?
If we're a little out, do you think we still?
If we're a little
Even
out,
about
take it
about
out.
half a
Yeah.
rock on the lower stone in the
On the
4
shot
foot.
stone.
Yeah. Got to throw it reasonably hard though
Try the double.
to get both those going out of the rings.
No, peel.
to get both those going out of the rings.
Peel.
We just heard peel weight coming, Resby.
You're playing it tight to that guard. Don't jump it, Coop.
So it is the hit
yep.
right up
Yes.
the center line.
Yes! Whoa!
Just going to pass that blue stone. He is going to make the double kill and stick biting the button.
Great sweep. Good job.
Did you see the movement on a shooter after he actually hit it like,
What do you think?
I'm going to say, as perfect as you could,
Or even hack to push
in that
it
he hit
back.
the high one so thin
Well, no, I think bumper.
that he came back on the lower one, and then a shooter actually moved towards under the guard. It was actually really difficult to sort of get that movement. And I think what I'm trying to describe is that he might not have even left a double,
Never do this.
which in a lot of cases he would have on the two blues, but very difficult, I think, to remove both those blues now. It was hard to describe.
No, he absolutely has not left that. From the long shot here, it looks like there's room to get past that guard.
But not to move both, though.
But as you look at it live on our sheet, it is more than the top rock in the forefoot is somewhat under that guard, and just a little bit. There's no room to get to the nose of that rock without
Curl.
curling into it.
Oh, straight.
Change the call. He's going to play the back one.
Good audible.
Hard right up.
They can get it by.
That's good.
Good awareness from Ethan
Does that leave them a double?
to get the best out of that.
But if we
throw.
nose, we probably won't
As soon
leave
as
a
he
double,
recognized it was
'cause that's
wider
covered by
than they
that.
would have liked, they still got
If we nose this, we're not leaving a double.
something out of that
'cause
shot
that's covered,
versus
so I think we just nose.
Just simply rubbing that top
just
blue
rubbing
one
it
was going to
and-
be a problem.
Yes.
But if we nose, we don't need it.
Yeah, I guess.
Just nose. Control.
Control, yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Well, one really great shot by Colton Olafsson has changed this end. It looked very promising for Zach Norris.
Colton probably
Control, yeah.
ideally looking for a hit and stick on the nose, maybe a tiny bit of roll towards the center line, not too much. But even a hit and stick would, right on the nose, would be a really good result.
Whoa! Whoa!
It
Curl!
is his final stone of the end, Colton Olafsson.
Curl! Hard curl! Hard curl!
However, he's going to hit and roll out. He knows he's given Zach Norris the opportunity with a delicate tap to score a deuce.
It's a little bit delicate. We've seen a lot of the
back
outturns in
line.
this track run fairly straight. Zach Norris just mentioning that he's going to throw back line, try to get a little bit of shape to the shot.
Just a little concern about jamming that blue stone back onto his own red.
Wait.
And he would still be shot rock. He wants to get out of this with a deuce.
Whoa. Clean. Curl.
But does do exactly that. Jams it back. Red scores one. Norris 3, Olafsson in Portage 4 at the 5th end break. We'll be back after that break.
New at Asham, load up and go with our redesigned curling broom bag on wheels. This bag's all-terrain heavy-duty wheels glide with ease. Its solid construction is durable and fits all your curling gear. Check out our website at asham.com.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
Where can you find handmade pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, the finest Manitoba-sourced fried chicken, and so much more? Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave, official pharmacy of Curl, Manitoba.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Not Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
Curl, Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Assiniboine Community College, providing exceptional learning experiences for more than 60 years.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl, Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going. on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
It is the Manitoba Junior Men's Curling Championship. Junior Men's, Junior Women's underway here at the Carman Golf and Curling Club. A very promising fifth end for the Zach Norris team from Morris. Went awry when Colton Olafson made an outstanding double kill. Just past a guard, picked a red out and jammed against another rock, stayed in the 4-foot circle. Ended up, Norris scored a single. Norris, with the first rock of the end, tried to play the center line guard, just didn't quite make it to center, and Olafson immediately went around, followed by an attempt by Norris to draw to it, but just stayed wide.
Good job,
pushed it a little more under.
Just freeze. I think this side. You can see more of it. Okay. Yep,
This
line.
is second, Blake. Good.
Can't hurt it. Hard line. Really dying. I think we picked something up
Really
there.
not carrying Sean Resby.
I think we might have picked something up on that one. I didn't think it was that light out of hand.
Even the team was a little bit confused, so they mentioned it might have picked
Like
up
that.
a little bit of debris and took the weight off.
Top 8.
Okay.
So with two
Remember this one, mate?
guards just off center,
This rock might be a little quicker.
Olafson is going to ask his second
14-5.
Hunter Jeffries to go around both of them to his own shot stone.
Silver lining for Team Norris is that at least that pick did line up two good center guards for them. Unfortunately, there's going to be 3 blues in the rings when they go to shoot next, potentially. We watched this shot from Team Olafson come into the rings. It's got to go, though.
Wonderful line, but he's going to come up just a little bit short.
You don't think this way? Just wrap it around
Like a
there?
straight draw this way?
Yeah, right to the button.
I like freezing here.
Hey, you got this.
So presented with an alternative by his third, Zach, give it a moment. Presented with an alternative by his third, Zach, give it a moment of due consideration, but he likes the idea of going around the outside to freeze to the shot stone.
Definitely there. Never. Gotta sit. Coming down.
I like
Let it
either
curl. No,
if they're
can't.
made. We'll have to see what Colton does if this freeze is made.
13-6.
This is a little bit heavy,
Gotta
though.
fast. It's there.
Going to slide deep. He will stop
bad.
as second shot
13-6.
rock in the back of the 8-foot.
So Colton's going to come around the other center guard and kind of just block Team Norris's way in from this out-turn side. Got to be careful. There is one lefty on the team, so
Close. Same way.
Lodge good.
it's not always an out-turn for everyone out on the ice.
Go.
Go, 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 go. Hard line. Hard line. Line. Hard. Gotta go. Gotta go. Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Get it there. Get it there. Get it there.
Oh, good brush to
get it by the guard.
Just replacing the red center guard as the blue was being swept in. I think I saw it too, just for a little foot rub on the. Nothing that changed the effect of the shot, but just replacing those stones.
If they Skip yelling at me as vigorously as Colton was yelling, I'd have been sweeping vigorously and not worrying where my feet were going either.
Hey, I trip over rocks in the house, so I understand. And I'm not sweeping.
Coming around the outside, trying to get to the tee, buried.
Yep. Whoa.
Nice touch.
Just bite the edge of the button for shot stone.
You ever run 13-8?
Hack. I like hack better. You're playing it pretty close, that one.
I can barely see any of it.
Did hear his team mention possibly playing the
double
run.
You like that?
Yeah.
The two blues aren't lined up too badly to take that on. Just have to hit a little bit low of nose on the center line side.
3-minute ends here.
Even if you don't stick it, but if you could get contact on the red.
Oh, Coach Moxham wants to chat with his Skip again.
I think I can try, but put another one in there.
Don't get contact, we got to cover it, get around on that or cover it.
Yeah, like the misses, like come right down on it.
Another option, Resby, I think, is just to freeze the red and save that sort of double run situation for a later shot. Because if you can get sort of square on top of the red, it sets up a really good opportunity for Colton.
Well, the call is changed to go wide with just a back 8-foot kind of draw.
Yeah, I like the thought process with the shot call.
Fall in.
Hard, boys.
Hard.
Curl.
It's got a really good line.
Keep going straight. Keep straight. Go, curl. Curl now.
Just didn't finish in for him, Resby.
It did not.
Back line.
Come down on it.
Okay. Time.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, just unfortunately with the blue rock hanging out a little bit wide, it gives Team Norris an opportunity to get frozen low on the blue towards the button.
Curl.
And could well be frozen and second shot rock.
Hard curl.
Curl only.
He's hanging wide as well. Going to tap blue under red. Red now fully buried, still shot rock.
Maybe.
Resby, I wonder if you could hit this red right on the nose or just low of nose and actually spring that blue back onto the red that's shot in the back four.
Like you don't want to miss it.
Making essentially a red double.
I don't know.
But potentially leaving your shooter in a good spot if you could hit it just slightly low of nose, rolling your shooter just a tiny bit towards the cover.
Kind of tough.
But you definitely remove two reds.
Yeah, I think you can get there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's just do that.
I'll throw a little heavier.
Yeah. All right. Let's definitely get a bit heavier. Like 14.
Okay.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe saving it, Resby.
That's a good idea.
I think they talked about it. They looked at it.
They did.
Just straight draw.
Definitely if Colton can get in here now, he's going to have multiple shots to score. He's going to have the shot we just talked about. He's got the double run to send a blue back in.
Just throw our 1-2.
Is that my rock?
I think
How many rocks are there?
I see too many blues at that end for
the
Colton
it's my
to be
zone.
throwing.
It's your go.
Okay.
I was working on that one myself. I was trying to figure out where the 6th blue rock was that the skip would be throwing.
Yeah, Resby, you saw me peering over the edge to see you.
I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the screen. Where's the other one?
Same thing.
It would have been interesting had Colton thrown the shot. Then we could have gotten an explanation of what was actually going to happen at the end of the
What
game.
happens next, yeah.
Got it, curl. Curl.
Hard curl.
Pass to curl.
Wants to curl this in and
this has got to move big, Resby.
Curl to the
Curling now.
maybe rub the red
Curl
and
it.
roll in. Nope, he's going to get contact red on blue. Red still shot stone in the back of the 4-foot with room to draw.
Yeah, hack.
Zach has to be a little bit careful because
I think that's easier than trying to
even
draw
though the blue from
better buried like this.
Tristan
Yeah.
didn't quite get under the guard situation like they would have
Take your time.
hoped for, it's in a really usable
Nice 12.
usable position that they can almost hit on the nose and send back in towards the button area or slash into the button area. It's still it's a dangerous rock for Team Norris.
First of skip stones here in the 6th end.
Curl. 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 Whoa, straight. Straight. Whoa, leave it.
This one's moving more on them.
Leave it. I moved like about a half foot.
You think? Right? Yeah. Just back line? Yeah. It's not curling as much. Yeah.
Another chance to get in there, Resby.
Several opportunities, none of them successful yet, but if they can get in.
I think the red at the back of the 4-foot still...
It's still almost biting the button, so it's shot stone.
Back line.
And they really don't want to be right back to it yet. Although I'm not sure when you want to be back
You
to
gotta play
it.
it tight to the.
Yeah, we are on Colton's first stone.
Well, if he's right back to it, he may actually be covering the pinhole, so with nowhere to go.
Oh, close. Curl. Curl. Go to curl. Really got curl.
Gonna rub and roll something.
Really got curl.
Gonna rub and roll something.
Okay, you guys ever just do this?
It's a run for 6. So a guard.
Well, there is another red in the back 8-foot, so probably be a run for 4.
Oh, you're right. That's it is beating the 2 biting out into the 12-foot.
But regardless,
it's still
really
curling.
important for Zach to try to get enough. You know, sometimes the best guard's another one in there, and this is definitely the moment where.
For sure, if anything, he needs to be a little tucked under that blue one to prevent that run. But
just top 4.
some kind of rub and roll. Draw
Love to
the
put
4-foot.
this right in the 4-foot top
Yep,
button
line.
if they could put it there, Resby.
Hard line. Hard. Hard line.
Good and Monquist are the sweepers. Are they going to get it by that guard? They are.
They will, but I think it's short.
But they have taken away the run.
It's fine.
Do we ever?
A little option B, but it takes away the most straightforward shot.
The easiest.
Yeah. Where the angles? Just notice?
I'm not sure. Just looking at the overhead, doesn't look like the angles on a lot of the OLAFSON rocks are, where they're going to do really a lot of help. He does have the in-off on the far right of our overhead.
I was about to ask you if that angle is, it's not a pure angle by any means, but it's not that bad.
It's about a half a rock.
That's what I told them.
And what'll happen is if you can come off that blue onto the red and hit it just on the high side of the red, the first motion will be straight down on the red stone. So I think it would be there for potentially 4. Colton's going to play actually a little shave, I think, on this blue shot, which is another option. It's much thinner. This is
throwing to miss almost, aren't you? Yeah, just that close.
Yep. Like if you could ever just get a slight redirection, you don't have to throw this hard, but just slight redirection gives you an opportunity here too.
Whoa! 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 Yes! Yes! Whoa! Yes!
Yeah. Well, it did not work out. He ends up leaving 1 red stone.
It grazed it.
It did.
1 red.
Did.
Yeah.
But
Touched,
still
didn't
steal a
kill.
1.
Sorry,
Steal a 1. 4-4 tie after 6 ends. We'll be back with end number 7 in a moment.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Assiniboine Community College, providing exceptional learning experiences for more than 60 years.
The Curl Manitoba Junior Men's, Manitoba Junior Women's Championships underway. C event elimination games. Looking across the sheets, Rylan Campbell scored a single on the 6th end. He leads Colin Desonier 2-1 after 6. Emily Trewinski scored a single on the 6th. She leads Gina Giason 4-3 after 6. And the Buchalter team scored a single on the 6th. They lead the Bethany Allen team 4-2 after 6. And in our game, it is a tie at 4-all after 6.
We just saw a center guard go up, and then a little rub on it, but it's still biting the line, so no foul. Everything stays where it is. But I think they were worried about that moving the red Norris stone off this line, and then that's where that no tick rule comes in.
Make sure it's top 4. Curl.
I do have a question for you on that no-tick rule, Mike. If our guard starts off the center line, as happened in the 6th end, the first guard was about 2 inches off the line. If it is then promoted so that it is on the line, does the no-tick rule apply to that rock?
It would. It would. Unless I'm wrong.
No, it seems logical.
Yeah, if
which
that
is the reason to ask if it's actually the case, because sometimes logic doesn't apply.
It doesn't. Definitely, if you were able to promote, if it was a shot that you wanted to take on and promote one of your guards onto the line, it would be protected, even though it didn't start there, but only protected for one more shot.
Well, exactly. Yeah, no, the timing is everything on that. And I was thinking actually more of an accidental promotion by the opposition who tap it onto the center
Play
line.
for the draw. Misses high. Draw. 14-5. Running really good here. Yeah, on it. Easy, easy.
Blake
Line's
Good is the second for Zach
There.
Norris.
Got room. Never. Never. 14-3.
So I think one option, because the Norris
14-3.
shot in the house was so good, like biting the top of the button. They actually could have considered a second center guard, or a third in this case.
We're like blue.
With the Olsen
like
Rock
red.
also in play as a guard. But I think perhaps maybe condensing it so quickly might give Team Olsen a chance to kind of blow things up. That would be their goal the seventh end, is to probably clear some of the shrapnel in the house right now.
Like half? Yeah, play this.
There we go. That's the shot I thought was coming. That was the only reason I suggested maybe a second center guard, just because the first stone in the house was in such a good position.
Okay, you got it.
It's still going to be made, Resby.
Hunter Jeffries. Second for
Yo.
the OLAFSON team.
Whoa! Yep, yep!
Attempt to run it straight through onto those rocks in the 4-foot circle. Wrong angle.
Straight guard.
So Norris in a good situation. That short run, there wasn't contact.
Guard.
Now Zach's probably looking for a guard, sort of lined up straight on with the high 4-foot red guard. Try to line those up as square as you can.
Halfway. Line only.
They've become pretty comfortable with this in-turn
Line's
draw.
good. Never.
Didn't
Line-
use it
Over
early in the
curling.
game, but
Line only. Curling. Line only. Over curling. It's got to sit. It's got to sit.
he's going to get to the center line, leave it wide open.
Well, this one took off. What?
Fortunately, he's exposed both reds and
Yeah.
get close enough to the center guard.
Okay.
Colton's team will be able to make this double.
You got it. Good normal.
First priority, make the contact, but he did indicate to Jeffries that roll is there.
Roll up. Curl. Curl. Got it, curl. Hard curl. Hard, you got it. Hard.
Just jams it, rolls his blue out.
Unfortunately, didn't save his shooter, so that'll give Team Norris another opportunity to make a better guard.
No, I like guard. That's the miss. Lots of room. Lots of room.
Things way wide. A little deep. Back 12 foot.
Which makes sense why the lots of room early, just because of the extra weight on the shot. Took a while to get. It did curl. It got there, but
got to the exact line. Just the extra weight.
Yeah,
Took
control.
it to the back of the rings.
Control.
So again, rock in the 4-foot, accessible for the left-hander, Tristan Blake.
Curl. Curl. Got it, curl, Coop. It's got to curl. All the way curl. Curl the stick. Hard curl the stick.
Hits and rolls. Is he going to roll far enough? Shot stone.
good result.
Okay,
Staying shot was important.
14-5.
Team Norris is going to choose to just ignore this and go right around.
Felt good. Line only. Yep, line.
Ethan's much happier
Yep,
with that
line.
shot than the previous.
Hard line. Whoa, line's good. Whoa. No.
Going to be buried. Is he going to be too deep? No, it's going to be shot stone.
13.
Well, we're going to have a race to the middle, Resby.
We are.
13-3.
Unless Colton changes his shot call and decides to hit the front, but
Just need to be a little more positive.
here's
or
where
what?
a race to the
Why was
button
that
at
so
the
close
moment.
to the guard? I don't know. So, like, your first one, you pitched out, but it really stayed up.
Bit of an extension.
Where are you? Room. On this side.
It's hanging out too. Appears to be a bit heavy
Hi,
again.
Coop.
He'll get to the, just touches that red rock in the back of the ring. It slides out. So
Where did you
Norris
get me?
now with a big opportunity if he can
Okay, I think here.
follow the Ethan
Full lane
Brandt
is perfect.
path, stop biting the top of the forefoot or into the top of the forefoot.
15.
Go see if Zach adjusts. I mean, he's seen a few in this path come heavy, especially the latter part of this end. So hopefully he makes a good adjustment on this throw.
Just top 8. No, no.
Drops his head a little, suggesting he thinks he's a little heavy.
It's the line is moving like it's close, Resby. Just judging by the line,
It is.
The weight should be close.
Little bit. Get it top 4. Hard.
And
Go,
he
go, go,
does.
go, go. That one really grinded.
Almost fully
Good.
buried.
All good, guys.
Peeks out a little bit, but Olafson's going to have to draw and run the other side.
Definitely a
where do you mark
trouble
it?
stone for
Okay.
Colton.
Yeah. Just get one
Really
more.
closes down that in turn draw for him. He's actually going to go
Okay.
on the other side of the sheet and go with the out turn.
14-5.
Red line 2.
No.
The only other consideration for Colton, what I see in this situation, if he wanted
14-5.
to maybe take some of the risk out of the end, perhaps give himself an easier shot to score one, he could try to double peel the two center guards. Not to say he would have necessarily really easy shot to score one, because Team Norris may decide to play a tap to the button if Colton was to double peel the guards, but he would have an open, sort of straightforward shot to score. So big shot, big draw for him to place this right.
Line's nice. Hey, hold on. Falling. Close. Needs to curl. Whoa. Whoa, let it catch. Whoa. Needs to die. Die.
Going to slide deep. He will
Okay.
slide right past that second shot stone.
See if Team Norris decides to, do they take away that out turn draw and not let Colton attempt it
14-5,
twice?
Same time.
Or do they
If
come
you
with
like,
the in turn
top full 12's
to
okay.
the side of the
Yeah.
button? They're going to do the first.
Go around and
Yeah, got it.
They can place
Think of
this
14-5
even just in the
on
way
this
of the
side.
out turn draw. It does force Colton to throw a different
If we're
draw.
top 8, that's
He's got to
okay.
go back to the in turn side.
Just stay with
so
it.
quite content with a rock that's fully in the 8-foot circle here, half tucked under the blue stone.
Yeah, I'd love to see Zach throw around top
No.
12, and the sweepers have a chance
No.
to place this rock perfectly.
Where?
I think we're a bit heavier than that,
That's a
Resby.
little deep.
Sit.
Close.
It's trying.
Close.
Going to stop in the back of the forefoot, give him some backing to draw to.
He's fully under cover.
Fine.
Draw.
So Zach was able to get fully buried, which is, in this situation, is nice that he didn't really give Colton backing.
Right.
But obviously would have loved to see that stone maybe 3 to 4 feet higher.
Top edge of the 4 foot instead of back edge of the 4 foot would have been ideal. So we'll see what Colton Olafsson can do with his last stone here, facing 3.
Big shot from the skipper.
Close. They're tight. Tight. Close, tight. Gotta go. Hard, gotta go.
Saw a little tight out of the hand wrist.
Hard.
They're holding
You're
it
by,
though.
you're by, you're by, you're by.
Got her by. Going to get to that redstone now? No, they are not. Just going to touch it and roll away, give up the 3. Felt like they had to sweep to get it by the guard.
That was a tough one to manage. They were trying to manage the line early and heavy and through.
So it is now Norris, the team from Morris, 7, Olafsson from Portage, 4. We'll be back with end number 8 after this break.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throwin' Stones line exclusively by Asham. Curling is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle. Check out our website at asham.com.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Not Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
Inside. 2.
Back
Straight.
in the curling rink.
Really gotta go. Gotta go. Really gotta go.
First
gotta
rock
go.
by Norris after stealing that big 3-ender. It goes right into the rings.
Keep going, keep going.
Colton Olafsson asked his lead, Cooper Eagles, to give him a corner guard.
Sweep.
This is the first time in the game Team Norris had the lead.
It is. They
They've been
gave
fighting.
up that big steal right at the start.
Yeah, they've been playing behind ever since, and finally their first lead after that. You know, they played a pretty well thought out 7th
Line's
end.
close. Gotta go
Put
wait.
Colton in a tough situation.
Gotta curl. Curl to hit nose. Back 4. Curl to hit nose.
It's good. It's just, it's frozen. It's top 4. No. That's good.
Hey.
Wanted to get to the nose of that and push it straight back, but the weight he had, he would have pushed it deeper than he wanted to anyway.
Colton could decide to throw a second corner guard in this situation.
Control. A little down.
But I
Close.
I don't mind
Close.
him just kind of playing this end out to try to go after it too versus forcing the situation for a big end. And then having it get really messy. He does have his one corner up.
Roll it left. Roll it away here, Blake. Nice 9.
Team Norris kind of just happy to exchange rocks, hopefully in about the same position.
9. Yep. Hard right up.
Force your opponent to make the rolls.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
Mostly hoping not to roll over to make it easier to roll under that guard.
Keep going.
Nose and rolls back a little bit.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Zach, just got to roll those away from the center. Okay? Control.
Control up. A little heavy.
Curl. Hard curl. Hard curl the stick. Hard curl the stick.
Really hoping to stick this. Team Norris might now actually just go up
Heel.
and peel the guard.
You like heel? Okay.
So a little mistake from Colton's team, not saving that shooter, and might end up in a situation, Resby, where we don't have anything in play but one rock in the top 8.
Yes. Yep. Hard. Okay, other way.
Blake Good, the second
Curl.
for Zach Norris.
Roll it.
As soon as I said that, that's not what's going to happen.
Not gonna happen, no. Nose hits it.
Yep, fortunately likely a little tight on the peel, and Colton going away from the hit and roll. And I agree that rolls too far.
Nice.
Something he doesn't really need to concern himself with right now. Just draw one around his corner guard.
Got room.
Top 4.
Cooper.
Take a look.
Even higher in the rings than top 4 would be good for them. The deeper this goes, because it's such a high guard, Resby, it's easier to try to chase and chip out. Just not getting enough curl for them.
Okay, now we can throw bump. Do you like bump? I like freeze. No, Rick gives them 2. 14-5 here, guys.
So I don't agree with the freeze. It's a scoreboard shot. It's not something that Team Norris needs to do in this situation. I definitely like the chase. I think they're bringing in more variables into the end by freezing here. That's what Colton wants them to play, right? If you're the opponent, Colton would be happy with this call.
Leave the blue rock in the rings.
Exactly.
Wherever it is, it's of value to me. Now, he has made the freeze very, very, very well.
Really good angle on the freeze. Colton could still tap this on the nose, though, and save that blue in the rings, kind of change the angles a little bit. It looks like he's decided just to freeze. I think Colton might consider maybe this shot, maybe not this shot, but definitely the next. He's going to have to change the angles a little.
Got to get the blue out from behind that red in order to get rid of the red.
Gotta go, then.
That's right. It's a 2-shot process.
Hard, gotta go line.
You don't want to leave it too late in the end to do it.
Go straight. Hard straight, boys. Get a third shot at least. Get it in there.
So he just is going to come up just short of the rings.
Now remember, there is still a double there too,
14-5. Okay.
Should Team Olsen want to take that on? It's not the easiest to clear it by the blue.
More.
Well, Ethan, having made a almost perfect freeze on the previous, is following it again.
Yep, straight. Hard line. Go for weight. Weight. Hard line.
It's going to be just a little bit short.
All good.
It does cover the line to that red stone.
Try to get shot.
This went from almost being a potential blank end to a lot of rocks in play.
Tristan Blake
Whoa, close. Hunter, close.
throws the third stones for the OLAFSON team.
They'd love this to come down. If it's heavy, it's not really useful to them. Even if it's in the back of the house, it unfortunately just not a shot that can kind of help them get access at that red.
Yeah. Right here. 15. Okay.
So at this point, Zach does need to be aware that there is a double on his red stones. So even placing
15?
this guard it's it's a shot that they can actually take away both. They can take away the draw behind cover into the corner 4-foot situation, but they can also take away the double. If it's just kind of tight to the rings, near the green logo, and just offset of center would be a really good position. Take away 2 shots
Just
with
to
one
my
stop.
broom. Over curling.
To make that double, what do you
My
have to
broom,
hit?
guys.
Quarter of the rack?
Over curling. Whoa, over
Looks
and
a
off.
little bit
No,
thicker
no,
than that.
no.
Looks about a third.
No.
Quarter might just go below it.
Good.
Well, he is going to curl right to the center line.
So, nobody's looking at it though for
Hasn't
me,
looked at
Resby.
it yet. Yeah.
It's as we sit, that double is still there.
Try to get over buried if you can. But still, try to get shot too.
Okay.
Well, he's committed to the idea of trying to put it in for shot stone.
Still kind of just trying to go after his 2 with the draw game. I would be very tempted to even play a potentially a hit and roll off the red into the side of the second red. But just given the scoreboard, it would be very tempting. Hard for me to ignore. But Colton's going after the draw. Needs full 4.
Yes, line. Yes, line. Oh, you're mine. Line's good. Line's good.
Wait only.
Let's go.
Will clear the guard.
Where are we?
Needs to stop in the 4-foot circle.
Sit.
But will slide just a little bit deep.
Yeah. If you drift here, that's fine. 15. Okay.
I think for Zach, really,
15.
the guard can actually just be somewhere. He doesn't need to get close to the center. Even straight guarding the open redstone in the 8-foot, I'm not sure how Colton scores.
It's going to be a challenge, for sure. If the path to the 4-foot and the in off the red are both covered, there's
no easy routes in there.
Go on it. Switch.
Zach has really good
Right
line on
close
this guard. It does need to curl a bit more though. It's starting to close off the hole though, Resby.
It's fine.
Yep. We have to go quick.
Definitely made everything extremely awkward for Colton. There is a tiny hole to get
hole
through
is
there to the button.
the draw. If he can get the curl tight to that high center guard, he's certainly got room to get to the 4-foot.
And I think that's all Colton has. He
all he
doesn't
has.
have any other avenues to get in. This is about as precise a draw as you could not hope for, but it's going to have to be thrown and
Close.
line called very well.
Line's close.
Final shot of the
Needs
8th
to curl a bit. Yeah, needs to curl.
Curl.
Oh, close. Needs to curl still. Needs to curl. Hard to get it by. Hard.
Just rubs the edge of it and gives up the steal of 1. 8-4. Norris over OLAFSON. After 8 ends. We'll be back with the 9th end in a moment.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave, official pharmacy of Curl, Manitoba.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
From small towns to big cities, Chicken Chef is comfort food you can count on. We're your made in Manitoba chicken choice, and pizza choice, and salad choice, and so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Assiniboine Community College, providing exceptional learning experiences for more than 60 years.
Back in the Carmen Curling Club, saw the points going on the board in the eighth and third consecutive end. The Norris team has scored.
Mine's good.
Down 2 after the opening end.
Wait's nice.
Fought back
Light.
high with a steal of 1 in the 6th end. Stole 3 in the 7th. Another one in the 8th to lead 8-4. Now playing the 9th end.
Yeah, they've really caught a lot of momentum, Resby.
Didn't panic when that first end went so badly. It was, as we said, a 5-point swing. They had a shot for a 3, ended up giving up a deuce. Stayed within themselves for the entire game.
I think we're tight.
Line's good.
Firm, we got to tap.
Okay, we got to curl then.
I don't want to. Bring it past.
Too late.
Okay, it's firm. That one's got to sit.
12-8.
That's fine. Not a
Yeah, as Skip Zach said, that is fine. As much as possible, just bring the play into the house. Team Olsen's going to have a lot of work this end to try to generate a big score.
Go up.
Line's close.
Top 8.
Hunter's rock.
Oh, running a bit.
Hunter's rock.
Let's talk to that red stone the back of the 8-foot.
I think in this situation, Resby, that really if they were to look back on this game, and this end in particular, that I would like to see a second guard. I think being down 4, the scoreboard dictates using that second protected guard that can't be removed from play yet. I think being down 4 is 100% a moment that I think I'd like them to consider throwing that second guard. They do need to try to generate
14
even a 3-ender. This 2 might not be enough. They probably want to try to get this to a 1-point game.
I got quiet.
More Blues in play, the better.
Line's good.
No, there.
Well, Norris is given the opportunity to throw another draw.
No,
this one
we can't bring it deep. It's got to sit
13-6.
is going to slide to the tee line. That's just a guess on my part. A little deep of the tee line.
Not good.
I don't want it there.
This is not good.
I thought they might actually chase the blue that was just drawn there with kind of just a back line just through weight. I think there was a lot of good things that could have happened.
Okay.
More reds in the rings may or may not help Team Norris.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Hard to stick, Coop. Hard to stick.
Needed to get a little more curl on that to stick and roll behind that corner guard.
That's unfortunate for Olsen team. That's at this stage they really need those shooters to stick around.
Can't over curl on this.
This gives Zach a really good opportunity to kind of make this a wide open end.
Peel off this guard.
Yeah, if this peel's made, they'll have a really good opportunity to maybe even limit anything no more than 2 points for Team Olsen.
Just clean. Yep.
So this is Blake good?
Yep. Yes. Hard roll.
And I think if you were to set a goal at the start of the end, Resby, given a 4-point lead, that would be the goal. No more than 2.
Corner.
You know, Team Olsen plays a great end and gets 2 points, that's fine. But how do we make sure we take 3 off the table?
Get out.
2. No, top 12.
Yeah, we're up.
Running. Can never go over in.
Whoa, off it. Don't touch it.
I was attempting to place another guard over to that side, but
no,
going to slide right into the rings.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, bring it.
Sets up a nose hit double.
Yeah, normal up.
Yeah, normal up. Curl, curl, curl.
Whoa, whoa! Curl. Come on.
Does just
Good
that.
shot. Sweep, guys.
Yeah.
They're going to have to make some great freezes now to hopefully generate a half mistake out of Team Norris to try to convert it. You know, hopefully a two-ender in this situation.
That's good.
But they'll need some help to do that. They'll have to make some great shots and get a little bit of help.
First attempt is to freeze to that rock that slid deep in the forefoot.
Where are you? Let it cut.
Needs to curl.
Let it grind.
No.
The weight's,
Very
pretty much spot on, but just not getting enough finish.
Normal.
Even if Team Norris was to hit this low on the center line side and actually take out one of the reds along with the blue, would probably be helpful.
Remove that red from behind the tee line.
It wouldn't hurt them. Oh, he ticked it over.
Ticked it and rolled it behind the guard.
Great sweep.
So now he can hit and roll to it, but he can't freeze to it or draw to it.
Okay.
Bob?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think
Yeah.
just touch more ice. It was okay to kill that back three.
I think if I was to consider a freeze, I would freeze on, as we look at the overhead, on the right-hand side of the forefoot one. They would set up a jam on that side of the sheet. But like you said, Resby, there is the hit and roll.
Yeah.
Hard, Coop. Whoa.
He's going to get the roll. Is he going to get too much of a roll?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Great shot.
Thanks.
Rolls right up.
Pretty darn good. He
Nicely
couldn't
placed
do
between two reds.
couldn't do much better than that.
If you just peel, that's fine.
Sets up the possible jam.
Here,
It does.
Or normal. No, just normal weight.
You're going to draw up that roll. That was.
That's pretty much what you'd want. Absolutely.
Kind of shifted the reds in a nice line, sort of helping protect the blue. Great shot by Tristan. So Zach's first stone. Try to open up that blue. Is he playing the red straight back, Resby?
I think he is. Or maybe trying to roll to the center line so that he's running it a bit across the face of the blue, hoping to jam it out off the red.
Straight. No, curl.
Yeah, quite a bit of ice.
Oh, just don't think he got where he wanted to.
Well, that's fine for Zach. If Colton makes the hit and stick here, he'll be lying 2. There might be a chance for a double, but worst case, Zach can just limit damage to 2 points by making one of Colton's rocks go away.
Yeah. He's held them to the 2, as you talked about, as a desirable.
But Colton's going to want to stick on the nose here, kind of keep his blues as far apart, just in case there is a double opportunity. He will not want to roll near the edge of the 4. Then Zach would maybe have a double.
First of Colton Olafson's skip stones here in the 8th.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
He is going to
Hard, you gotta go!
curl past the
Hard
nose,
to stick!
No, he's going to hit and roll.
He's sticking.
Plays 2, clustered together. Quick look at the other games. Ryland Campbell now leads Colin Desonier 5-1 in the other junior men's game.
It'll roll.
Not a bad roll if you're going to roll somewhere.
It was an excellent roll.
Yeah, you might.
Those 2 blues are pretty tough to make go.
They're both not leaving, I would
You have to
suggest.
still peel. I think it's important to make sure one goes. And if you hit it super thin, you might spill out over the top. Think throw peel. Don't overthrow though. Okay, just hit the broom.
Yeah, anywhere on the high side of the stone, and one blue will go out. Another option for Zach, he could hit the back 8 foot, the deeper, which is, from our view, about 7/8 open. You could just make that one go away.
Zach, no, I like nose. It sits in here. Okay, just nose.
In the junior women's,
Nice.
Buckhalter leads Allen 5-4.
Or throw it 8-5.
Chawinski leads Giason 6-4. Zach Norris, final stone here in the 9th. Wants to get rid of one of the blues. Doesn't expect he can get rid of both.
Hard. Hard.
Worst thing is to over curl and jam blue onto red.
No, it's got to curl. It's got to over curl.
Just like this, and leave Olafson a draw 4-3.
And so if I was going to be critical, I think they're just trying to do a little too much there. They talked about, there's a little bit of chatter from third to skip down the end of the ice, and they talked about nosing it into the crotch and staying above, and actually making Colton's life miserable to get to. But it was really unnecessary given the scoreboard. So I think they just a little bit overthought that one. The simplistic shot was probably just to make sure one of the blues went away.
The open blue one.
Just got a little too complicated, and unfortunately, Colton's got an open draw for 3.
Line's good. It's got to be in. Got to be in. Got to be there.
Gotta be in the rings.
Where is
Sweepers
it?
are Hunter Jeffries, Cooper Eagles.
Do you need backing?
Off it.
Oh. I should be okay.
And it is a 3. So the Olafson team pulls back within 1, down 8-7 after 9. Norris will have last rock coming home. We'll have that 10th end in just a moment.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
Curl Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Well, back in the
Top 4 or out here.
Carmen Curling Club, a bit of a surprise 3 all of a sudden developed for the Olafson team when they trail. Norris 8-7 coming home. Norris with last rock. First shot guard attempt.
Make sure
Gently
it's
put,
in.
just short of the hog line.
Yeah, fortunately for
Gotta be above T.
Cooper, that one did not make it over. You only need one good card to steal, though, so he really needs to bear down and make this next one.
13-2.
Get it on the center line, get it in a a good usable height, not too high, not too
That's really
tight.
good.
So the Norris team puts theirs right on the tee line, biting the 4-foot. Olafson asks Cooper Eagles to give him a center line guard about halfway to the rings.
Line's inside.
2.
It's gotta be there. Has to be there.
This one does cross
Slide you go.
hog line.
Did it hold the center?
It held the center line.
Last
Just
one really dug.
might have liked it 2 or 3 feet closer to the rings.
Top 8's fine.
was hoping to see a tick shot, Resby, if it didn't hold the center line.
Top 4. Top 4. Curl. Curl. Yep. 14-7.
Norris attempts to go around.
Shots.
A little bit open.
Good shots, though, from Carter. I mean, he threw exactly the height that on both shots that Zach was looking for. So he really executed on the weight. I don't think it's really necessary to bury that. They are up one width, and so burying that stone is really
Can't go yet.
neither here nor there.
Dying.
I actually prefer to be a little bit open because if a shot is made, you might have an opportunity to sort of bounce things around. I think we'll just see them Zach walk up and peel that center guard after this blue comes to rest.
He does freeze it onto the corner of that red stone in the edge of the button. And you're right, he'll peel off the guard.
It's the most dangerous stone to him right now is that center guard.
You got this. You got lots of time. You got lots of time.
We should see it kind of play out. Center guard, peel. Center guard, peel. Like that little cat and mouse delaying things to the end of the game, but we'll see how well the peels and the guards are executed.
Really got to go. Yep. Clean.
Going to get a little closer to the center of that rock than he wanted to, but he does roll away.
Threw plenty hard.
You got it.
Colton's team will continue to have to throw the center guard as at least for the next few shots if the peel's made.
2.
Before he ends up going into the house, because he will have to come into the house at some point here.
2.
No, straight. Straight. Bring it deep. Whoa.
Another good guard.
Good.
It's fine. It's fine.
Blake Good, the last of the second stones here.
You got this. Yep. Big ad. Clean. Big ad. Clean.
Yeah.
Probably the same position again. Put her on the center line.
That's good.
You do that with both of your third stones?
Gotta go then.
I think so. Going in too early likely gives your opponent an extra shot to get out of trouble.
Bring it.
You want to.
Bring it.
I would like to see Colton delay this
Get it
to
over.
his
Whoa.
first skip
Good.
stone before he makes a move into the house. So I think he has to throw 2 center guards with Tristan stones.
Well, he got the first one. Norris will attempt to peel it off again. Ethan Brandt now with his first stone.
What I'd like to see Colton consider, and I think he will, is probably trying to tap his blue onto red and getting that red to the back of the button area on his first stone. We'll see if he waits to skips
Really
first.
bad slide. My bad. It's okay.
Just about missed it, but didn't.
And we're looking at another center line guard by Tristan. So Colton is going to make some sort of move on his first skip stone. At least that's what I'm anticipating.
Mine's good.
Straight.
Hard line.
Bring it in. Hard, boys. Get it in.
High on the center line.
Yep. No wasting time for Zach.
No.
The center guard is the most dangerous stone to him right now, so make that go away. He knows that Colton has to come into the house soon. So he's just waiting for that.
Clean. Good throw.
And Ethan, happier with that throw, does peel it off again.
So I think we'll have a discussion here.
Now, Coach Moxham and the team will talk about what happens now.
So what I'm seeing, Resby, from a shot choice perspective, is tapping the blue onto the red, the frozen situation, getting that red sort of in the back of the four back button area, maybe giving Colton a chance to freeze on his last stone.
So you want to be on the outside of center of the blue stone so that the angle.
If you could line up the angle also onto that red that you just tapped back there, would be really ideal.
Yeah.
Or bump. Control.
Control.
If it did actually over curl though, Resby, you might actually sort of hook the blues so that your top blue on a double attempt might actually jam on the side four red. If you're just trying to visualize that being a little bit like half a rock on half a rock, still might be tough for Team Norris to make both blues go out of play. So there's a couple of ways this can be made. I think they're throwing a bit more weight than we're talking about.
Play, I think a lightweight hit and actually come off the blue onto the red at the side of the forefoot.
So that's another way to play this, to try to lie two at the end of the end. Force Zach to throw a shot against two.
Oh, yep, yes, yes.
Well, it is the intern. It is Colton Olafson's first shot of this end.
Hard. Roll, roll.
He did a really good job on spreading out the blues. There's no double. So I think that was mission accomplished from some sort from what they're meeting with the coach and how to play this out. So I think they're going to have an opportunity to lie two. Force Zach to throw a shot against two blue counters. Now Colton might have to make a double though.
In their perfect world, that blue would have come just a little bit more so that the blue would have been biting into the forefoot, maybe even frozen to that red.
Good shot nonetheless.
It was.
He'll have to make a good one on his last if Zach can stick this hit right here.
Clean. Yep. Yes. Yes. Hard. 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 Come on.
So he over curled, leaves the blue.
Good.
I think it had a lot of spin and it got just out of play.
Big strong lad sweeping got that out of play.
Yeah, make them draw.
And now, a little biter like that, you wouldn't think comes into play, but, as a skip, if the other team's lying three, you feel that. You feel that little, because you're now throwing, any little misplay, hit and roll out of the rings against three, and loss comes into play.
All of a sudden, the loss comes into play.
So that was a big important sweep by Ethan to get that completely out of the rings.
So Colton settles in the hack for his last shot here in the 10th end.
Where would you like to roll this, Resby? What do you think perfect spot?
I think his perfect spot is to roll back to the right, frozen on top of the blue.
Oh, yep.
That or?
Yes, yes.
Or way across.
Or way across, I think.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
It's going to sit.
I know they kind of weren't super happy with that, but that's a great position. He can't nose it.
Can't nose it.
He will not be shot. So, actually, really good position. The double is thin. He can't nose the front one and be shot. It'd be steal one. He has to roll.
He has to roll to the center line.
I think given the situation, Colton's got to be happy with how that turned out.
Yeah, I thought you were outside.
On my rocks, I haven't been doing that.
Yeah. Like I thought that one was gonna stick out and we'd end up like rolling it.
I think it only threw that.
Yeah.
The Cherwinski team has beaten Giason. Campbell team has beaten Desaulniers. Zach Norris throwing his last shot. He's curling. Is he going to get any kind of a roll? No, he's going to hit and roll away and give up a single point. And that is a tie. 8-8. We'll have an extra end in our feature game between Zach Norris and Colton Olafson. We'll have that extra end in a moment.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. Kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave.
Sunrise Credit Union.
Well, it is an extra end in our feature game from Carmen.
How many minutes do we have?
Junior Men's Championship.
57 seconds.
Yeah.
And so, for the extra end, Resby,
Tell me when 30 seconds.
what are the interactions for coaches?
See, now, I don't. This is the first extra end I have experienced, so I don't know if there is.
Okay. I imagine one timeout per team. Resby, one timeout per team would be correct, and no other interactions though.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they have timeouts as such. So that 45 seconds, I'm just not sure. And our timekeeper, who we rely on for complete information, Gord Brown, usually quite useful information. Gord Brown, usually quite useful. Turns out not to be quite so on this occasion.
Thrown under the bus.
I sit beside a guy who worked with me in 1971 when I was the agriculture representative in Morris, and he was a summer student with me. So we've known each other 50 plus years. He's aged a lot better than I have. Olafson steals a single point on the 9th, ended up with the perfect roll on his last rock. Norris hit, was unable to roll for shot rock and gave up that steal. The Olafson stone, however, right into the rings, allowing Norris to hit.
Unfortunately, I think Cooper remembered that one he hogged in the 10th and was not going to do that again. But we did see him come back immediately with a really well-thrown second guard, so he needs to repeat that from what he did in the 10th.
Need it there.
Malmquist hits and rolls out.
Yes.
So Cooper Eagles now, his second shot of the 11th end.
Close. 2.
Got me 2.
2.
Make sure we're there.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Make sure we're there. Just
2.
clean. Just clean. Just clean. Yeah, bring it a little deeper. Whoa, that's good. That's good there. Good shot, Coop.
This time he does get that center guard that he wanted.
Just holds on to the line.
And Zach Norris is going to go around it.
He can't tick it. Zach probably looking at trying to just grab maybe half of the forefoot, sort of cutting off this center guard.
It's got to dig.
they have had
Line's
some
good.
excellent draw shots in this in-turn side
37.
going away.
Bring it
This
back.
one's going to slide a little deep of the tee line.
It's okay. Too late to call that. Well,
Right on top.
Not where they would like it to be. That's a tough one to sweep.
14-3.
You're hoping it comes down, and then by the time you realize it's back button, it's, you know, it was a situation where they realized too late and couldn't take it deeper.
Close.
Line's good.
Really good
Top
opportunity
four.
for Hunter to
Well,
weld
take.
one on here.
Line's good.
Tee.
Lot of room.
Back. Tee back 4.
Let
Back
it
8.
cut. Let it cut.
No, needs to
Oh,
die.
boys. Whoa.
And as we've seen in other games and earlier in this one, the going away end just slides a little bit deep.
Zach's got to be breathing a sigh of relief. That was a good break for Team Norris. They can walk up and hit this center guard peel off.
Okay.
And then it becomes a tough steal situation for Colton and his team.
Right up. Hard. You gotta go. Hard. You gotta go.
Gonna roll enough, Fresby?
Going to roll some.
Fine. Tight.
Yep.
Better than nosing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of cover for Colton to maybe hide around
Yeah.
later in the end.
Yeah, late in the end, it might be one of those better that than nothing sort of situations. But now he wants one on the center line again.
Line's good.
2.
Just
Oh,
2,
easy,
boys.
easy.
We're a bit down. We're a
Just
bit
2.
Close.
No, never mind, never mind.
Just
3.
2.
We get backup land if needed.
Yeah, curl if you can.
Okay, well.
Can't.
Off it then. No. Good. Good shot, Hunter.
Great shot.
Shot.
Same weight.
Good height on that guard too, Resby. You don't really want to give your opponent a double peel if you don't have to. It's like you said, later in the end, that 4-foot line red guard might come into play for Colton to hide behind.
Yep. Right up. Right up. Hard right
So I know it's a really tight center, but it
Hard
does
right up. You
eliminate a
gotta go.
double peel opportunity.
Hard right up.
Blake's second shot
Spill it. Keep going. Keep going.
again rolls away this time
Great sweep.
well over to the side.
Made a little better.
Same thing.
I like same thing.
They'll just replace that guard again.
Mine's good. Mine's good. Maybe Cooper a bit. Cooper a bit. Wall it.
Whoa.
Off. Get right off. Yeah, it'll be all right.
Slide,
fine.
maybe bite the front of the 12-foot
Okay.
circle, but
I think Zach's gonna likely try to not be too cute
Okay,
with this. and,
normal.
Normal.
you know, rolling right out would be fine.
well, he genuinely doesn't need any more rocks in the rings.
No, he doesn't.
Yep. Yep.
Ethan Brandt's first shot.
Yep. You got it. Good throw.
It's going to stay right there on the center line.
It's not what they would have wanted, though. It's something for. It's a tough one to get around, mind you, but
So Carter's thinking
it's there.
if we'd known he was going to hit it on the nose, we had to be 2 feet shorter than that. Because it really is a problem rock to draw around.
Half the rock and white.
It's definitely the best
White,
stone
it's
that
fine.
Colton has to hide around. That's gets him something near the button. Not easy to get around, but I think there's enough curl there at the end, Resby, that this is makeable.
Whoa,
So it's Tristan
It's a curl.
throwing his in turn.
Always curl.
Whoa, let
Needs
it,
this rock
let
to
it go.
curl in. Just going to stay wide.
Really good
Great
weight.
weight. Sorry, that's my fault on the line.
That's good.
Sounds like they just had a little too much ice.
Do you like coming with like maybe back flop? Yeah, that has to move because they're just gonna
So I know what my third man would like to do. He loves throwing it hard. He would love that center red to just angle back in the blue and get rid of the center situation and the blue.
Just get a little bit of an inside.
That's the best
I was
shot
seeing normal.
by far. If you're gonna make a shot, that's the best one. But they might choose to just make contact on the blue first.
And Ethan is definitely espousing your theory.
I think if we make it perfect, he doesn't really have much ball.
They're talking it over with the coach.
They're talking both shots, but have settled on the one that I think Colin or Zach really was thinking about from the outset. The curl here is important.
Even a nose on this shot is still they don't need to roll under. Even a nose would just gets in the way where Colton doesn't have that same draw again.
Jess doesn't want to hit it high side.
Line's close.
Yep, then.
Close.
Yep.
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 Yep. Yep.
Hard!
Hard! Hard! You gotta go!
Hard!
Going to rub
Spill
that.
the red right out. Spill the red right out. That's not bad.
Okay.
No, I think we need to freeze now.
And he's right. It's you know, Ethan mentioned that's not bad. That's not bad. They did accomplish opening up the center. So even though he over curled and hit that center stone, it really opened up the button, and they are shot. So
yeah,
it really makes it difficult. Colton does still need to come in there because he's not shot rock.
We are down to skip rocks.
And hopefully Zach will have some sort of hard weight blast to maybe even move both blues.
Move a couple blues. Yeah.
No less. No less.
But Colton's going to try and make this as difficult on Zach as possible.
Yeah, no, to the red.
He wants to go right to the red, he says.
We're going to the inside, so just watch that.
close. Whoa.
First of skip stones here in the extra end.
Whoa. How heavy?
Curl it.
Take off the curl. Sit. Okay.
Yeah. Or just this. Just throw normal. Sit right on top of it. Take your time. Normal.
They motion to play the roll.
I'm not sure if
To
they're
the other blue?
playing off the end of the center one to the other side, to the outside, or the outside to the center one.
We've got a reasonable amount of ice, so this does take its time to curl in the spot, Resby.
So it's the out turn hit.
Yep.
It's going up the center line,
Yep.
hit the one in the middle out and roll back to the outside.
Yes!
Whoa!
Oh. Clean.
It's going to hit this pretty thick to go up to the blue. They're probably not loving where that rolled to, Resby.
Well, it did build a wall that they can draw and freeze to.
The ice I took last time?
Pardon?
A little more? No more? Good.
It's a little less weight.
Okay.
You got it.
Colton looking to nestle one right in between those two reds. If he can execute, Zach would have maybe a nose little hit and roll towards the center line button, or a draw.
Or a draw.
Both very precise shots.
Clean all the way down.
Colton Olafson's final shot here in the extra end. With all these rocks in play, we can fairly say his final shot of the game.
A little tight. Yes, line.
No double extra end coming up.
Well, line's good,
Not on
line's
this
good.
end.
Whoa, whoa.
Unless there was a time measurement.
Yes, line. Yes, line. Yes.
So he's made the draw, but he's tapped it, which allows Norris to play a hit on the blue. He can lose the red, he can lose his shooter because he's got that one in the top of the 8-foot circle as the saver.
Yeah, the top 8-foot red is out counting the other 8-foot blue rock. So Zach just needs to make contact anywhere from nose to half a rock. Just make this blue go out. And he'll have that winning point in the top 8, even if he loses his red.
Anything but crossing the nose of this blue stone will blast it out. Zach Norris, this will be the final shot of the game, no matter what. Somebody's going to win on this shot.
Clean. Whoa.
And he has accomplished exactly that. In fact, picked it in order to count a 2, which
that was hard to do.
That was hard to do. So it is a final score 10 for Zach Norris and his team out of Morris over Colton Olafson. Norris team now advances into the Page playoff bottom side, where they'll play the Ryland Campbell team. And an interesting game, Mike McEwen. The stolen deuce on the opening end. The Norris team held it together where they could have kind of folded a little bit after that, but they played a solid next couple of ends. Eventually tied it up after 4 and then jumped away ahead and gave it all back. So it was entertaining, if nothing else.
The momentum switches, like you mentioned, Team Norris charging out from behind to take a sizable lead, but Colton and his team, they did not give up. They really held together to send this to an extra end. So yeah, a lot of momentum changes.
So to jump back to a point I led you towards earlier in the game, you just have to be impressed with what you're seeing among the young men in Manitoba junior curling.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's, as we get down to the final 4.
Semi-final and final tomorrow, and Mike will be back tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. And that is it for now. Resby Coots with Mike McEwen. Thanks for being with us from Carman, the Manitoba Junior Curling Championships, and we'll be back tomorrow.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throwin' Stones line exclusively by Asham. Curling is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle. Check out our website at asham.com.
Eat. Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
Where can you find handmade pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, the finest Manitoba-sourced fried chicken, and so so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave, official pharmacy of Curl, Manitoba.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at NORRIS Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
Curl, Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl, Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Assiniboine Community College, providing exceptional learning experiences for more than 60 years.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throw and Stone